In this video, we will take a look at the various file formats available for export in Facial Studio Windows Edition. The head we have set up here was created using Facial Studio Windows Edition's photo matching tool, which has automatically created the texture as well as several blend shapes, using only two photos, a profile picture and a frontal picture. Facial Studio allows you to save your projects as standard file formats such as FBX and OBJs. The first format we will look at is the FBX file. Within this FBX format, we have a handful of options to choose from, but I will simply keep all of them checked for the purpose of this video. Press OK and export this head as an FBX file. This new FBX file can be imported in all Autodesk software, so you could use it in 3ds Max, in Maya, Softimage, Mudbox, and Motion Builder. Not only that, but there are many other 3D applications that support the FBX file format, like Lightwave for instance. So if I want to open our new mail03.fbx file in Mudbox, I can simply go to File, Import, and from there, import this newly exported FBX file. Once the file has loaded, you will see the head with all of its deformations and facial expressions. You are basically presented with everything you have done in Facial Studio Windows Edition, but now in Mudbox. In Mudbox, we can raise the subdivision level, and then use the painting tool to rapidly deform the head, and proceed with tweaks and final adjustments to the head. So this was the FBX file format, which in this specific case was opened in Mudbox to further refine our model. Another file format Facial Studio heads can be exported as is the OBJ format. OBJ files can be imported in many software, like ZBrush or Maya for instance. We also have the ability to save our Facial Studio head as a Facial Studio 3ds Max file, which is really a modified version of an OBJ file, for easier file transfers from Facial Studio Windows Edition to its plugin counterpart, Facial Studio for 3ds Max. So let's just quickly save our head as a Facial Studio.obj file. Once this is done, we can go in 3ds Max and open up Facial Studio's 3ds Max plugin version, where we can do much of the same as in the Windows Edition, with the exception of photo matching. What's very cool is that once we have a head created inside of 3ds Max, using Facial Studio 3ds Max Edition, we can simply go in Custom Sub-Object, click on an empty channel of the Custom Deformations rollout, and choose Import Facial Studio Windows.obj. Choosing this will open the Load OBJ file dialog, where we could choose our mail03.facialstudio.obj file we have exported from Facial Studio Windows Edition. Once it has loaded, we can click the Zero All button of the same Custom Deformations rollout, and then bring our Mail03 deformation up to 100. We now have successfully exported a head model from Facial Studio Windows Edition to 3ds Max, and we still have access to all of the built-in deformations. As you can see, it is very easy to integrate Facial Studio Windows Edition into your production pipeline, and import 3D heads and their deformations created very rapidly into your favorite 3D package. For more info and to download the trial version of Facial Studio, visit our website at www.Di-O-Matic.com.